What up, y'all? It's your girl Giggles Irene, and welcome to the latest episode of Giggles Irene Radio. Be sure to subscribe to us on all streaming services and wherever you listen to podcasts. I know the setup's a little different, but I like this better, so get used to it. Today's special guest is someone that I've been wanting to talk to for a minute, but you know, I've known him for a few years. I actually first took photos of you like a couple years ago.
That's fire.
Like, they were bad photos, but I took photos. Like, I went through a little photographer phase or whatever, but anyway. Yeah, please welcome Niko G4.
Yo, what it do? Thanks for having me.
Of course.
Thanks for having me. For real.
I want to congratulate you on the album release.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
We were just talking about this off mic, but like I wanted to reiterate it because this is what I was going to tell you anyway. That I felt really special at your album release because you took the time to come up and say what's up, and you were like, "Oh shit, you came," and it'd be tripping me out when people are like, "Oh shit, like you're here," like, and I'm like, "Oh, like people care that like I pulled up." Like,
it was a real family event. You know what I'm saying? It was an invite only one of my day ones, my real ones around. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a special moment for me. Just putting out this tape that I felt like I worked so hard on. So I kind of wanted everybody that I felt connected to just to get the experience before the world did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you really set that up. You had like photos of yourself everywhere. You had winners, balloons.
The presentation is everything. Like
it is.
I treat this shit like a real art piece. You know what I'm saying? It's like we got to do the gallery. We need people to come and, enjoy themselves, look at the photos on the wall, get the feel for, what's about to come. So I think it's important to do that.
Yeah. And it's dope that like the room was filled. Like if y'all weren't there, like the room was filled. It was crazy. But it was a good energy, the whole tape, when you played the whole tape, and I was like, okay, Niko,
exactly.
like, yeah.
Feel me?
Yeah.
Real love in there, real family shit,
Yeah, that was really dope. Before we dive into the tape, I want to just take people back a little bit. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I did my research, but also like, I play as fuck up.
Yeah, off top. You know what I'm saying? Off top.
So you've been doing music for a handful of years.
Yeah.
And but you got noticed by Dom Kennedy and the OPM wave back in 2012.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And then everything kind of began to like fall into place and like.
Right. Well, that was like right when I started. Right when 2012 is like right when I started making music. I graduated from Fairfax in 2011.
Oh, okay.
So honestly, just thinking about life, like it was just so much shit that honestly, everybody's like, you gonna go to school, you gonna get a job, what you gonna do, that whole conversation, and the whole time I just didn't feel like that was my life. You know what I'm saying? I felt like, man, I meant to do something, I meant to be creative, I meant to have some fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, and love what I do on top of that. So, I initially just started, doing music, and it was just a hobby. Me and my homies were just, fucking around, making songs, and I made a song called Remy and Roscoe's, because I grew up off Pico. So one of the primary spots is Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. We would go link up and get like a little small ass bottle of Remy, you know what I'm saying? We can only, you know what I'm saying? And all get like a little cup and just have a little Friday night or Saturday or whatever the fuck, late night, you know what I'm saying? And I performed for, I opened up for one of like Dom's producers, like back when he was working with bro around that time. He had a listening party. And he was just like, I think his manager was like one of the people that like was telling Dom about me, and he just had me perform there. And Dom was there, a couple of people was there, Dom's manager and shit, Archie Davis was there, and I performed and I just did my shit. I just had ultimate confidence, went on stage, did my thing, and I could tell like, they was really fucking with my energy. Yeah. So immediately after the show, they just reached out and we just, switched contacts, and then shit, it's been history ever since. Bro hit me to come through. He was working on a Yellow album. We did PG Click, and then shit, it was history since then. Yeah. That
just goes to show you that like you have to be on point everywhere because you never know who's watching.
Never know. And honestly, a lot of these kids don't understand nowadays. It's like, I don't see a lot of artists trying to perform their music. You know what I'm saying? A big thing is what's going to get you shopped to anybody, labels, anybody, is if you could be a good performer. Anybody can make a good song or could put some auto-tune and just sound good, but not everybody sound good when they perform. Not everybody feel that shit. That's why you see a lot of people just dead in the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas don't got no stage presence. So that's a big thing as far as just knowing yourself and wanting to be an artist. You got to learn how to perform.
Yeah, there's different aspects. It's not just being in the booth and recording.
At all. You know, that anti-social shit can only work for so long. You got to get out there. You got to fuck with the people. That's what get people to, you know, really, like, I know people that remember me from my first show in 2012, they'll never forget it. Yeah. Because it's just certain energy that, like, you know, they know that they felt, you know what I'm saying? And it was genuine.
Yeah, dropping gems already. We're not even halfway through the interview yet.
You feel me?
So back then, what was going through your mind when everything was kind of falling into place? Did you think that, what did you think? You were like, oh, right, next year I'm going to be this, that. Like,
honestly, yeah. I mean, because shit was moving fast. Like, to be honest with you, by the time that next year, I put out my first, like, real mixtape. It was called Roll the Dice. And I remember I had a song on there called Shopping. And it was like my first like big single, and I remember even like MTV hit me up and wanted to like premiere the video on like Sway. Sway was the host. I don't even know if people remember that, but it was like a big thing. You know what I'm saying? It was buzzing in the city, just going crazy. And shit, I literally thought, I was like, yeah, nigga, we about to be rich. Nigga, pack the bags, nigga, all of this. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, yeah, mom, we made it type shit.
He dropping all his local hoes. He was like, we done.
It was a rap. Bitches getting cut left and right. Like, bitch, y'all getting cut off. You know what I'm saying?
I'm done.
Oh, God, we added new shit on the roster, you know? But, yeah, I mean, honestly, what it really told me was that, I mean, you can either go two routes with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can either go, you know, a nigga had a couple people that wanted to sign me, you know, do some shit, but I just didn't feel like entirely like I was ready, you know, to even just step into that light, because I didn't see so many like people get signed and like they value just kind of went either up or down. Yeah. And I think what's important in the music business is to understand the business first. Like, you can have fun making music, but then that's just one part of it. Yeah. The business side is a whole different part. So like, I was still young, 19, 20, 21, fucking off money, you know, buying fits, not caring, you know, you don't care about the shit that matters. So I feel like everything happened in due time. And even now, like, I kind of feel like now I'm like at that level to where now I truly understand everything, and I know what I want out the shit, and I know what I don't want.
You had to mature through it all.
Exactly. Like, and I think that's the most important thing. Like, when you just start music, you just dive into this shit like, oh, I love it. And then you realize, like, nah, this shit ain't.
Like, fuck. It's like being an adult. Like, it's cool because you get to do what you want. And then you're like, fuck, I got to pay bills and shit. Like, yeah.
And then another thing is just like, once you do some shit, everybody's looking like, what's next? What's next? All right, we like that, but what's next?
So I'm not going to ask him that question later.
I got to answer, though. Don't even shit.
Okay.
You feel me? Yeah.
Oh, man. So before we jump into the winner's tape, did you know that me and you are the same sign?
No, I didn't know. You a Taurus?
No, we're dollar signs. The fuck?
Oh, okay.
Come on. Oh, my God.
I thought you did your research on me. Oh, yeah.
Hey, I did, but like...
She even barred me with my own bar. Like, nigga, no. Nigga, I'm a dollar sign, nigga.
This is going to be the clip I'm going to use to promo the shit.
I thought you did your research. Like, oh, bro, birthday is April 30th. That nigga's a Taurus. I'm a Taurus.
I'm fucking dead. Oh, man. Oh, God. Well, that's my bar now.
Oh, God. Yeah. Irene wrote that. I forgot it, y'all. For real.
Oh, man. So your project, was the plan to drop it in October?
Hell no. Okay. The plan was to drop it this summer. Okay. But honestly, like, I'm such a fucking like OCD ass. Like,
I heard that about you.
Yeah, I'm so OCD. Like, I don't like, and ask my engineer Crick, you know, shout out to Mixed by Crick. Like, man, like every song we did at least 8 mixes on every song.
That's what, yeah. He was telling me like, oh, have you listened to Niko's new tape? And I was like, it's not out, no. And he was like, bro, like, it's so fire, blah blah blah. And he was telling me how like you want everything to be perfect, and I was like, good. Like, the fuck.
I would pay for sessions. I'm not one of them artists that's just gonna be like, oh no, man, but bro, we don't want to pay for
fucking up the speakers of your fans and shit.
Yeah, fuck all that. We gonna make sure these people understand that we took time to make this shit, because I want y'all to take time listening to this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the most important thing. Is like, how can you expect the people to really take time listening daily if you don't even take time to make it? You know what I'm saying? Some of the records, like, of course, you're gonna make quick because it's just a natural feel. But I'm talking about like put it on the bells and whistles, making the shit is like making sure the shit's shining. Like,
yeah,
you know, you can make a good song, but if that shit don't really bang for real, then it's just like, all right, cool. It sound cool, but it kind of need to be mixed, you know, it need to be mastered. And I think we all, you know, probably experienced hearing a song that we like, but it was like, man, this shit kind of like staticky, bro, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I'm a big neat freak on just the music, man. I need my shit to sound cool, collective. Like, I mean, that's how my style is. I'm not gonna step outside and know like just whatever. So that's how I feel with the music, you know?
Yeah. I just knew it wasn't supposed to be dropped in October because I was listening to it and I was like, nah, this needs to be played like driving down the coast, like during the summertime. Like, you know, I was just like, what the hell? But like, also like knowing the business side of music, it's like, I
was aiming for August, honestly. Like we was trying to aim for top of August, but you know, just a couple things wasn't right. We didn't have a couple visuals that I wanted done yet. So, you know, it was like I'm more so like, man, we gotta have our weapons lined up first before we just go to war. You know what I'm saying? We can't just step on the battlefield and then when it's time to go, like niggas is like, oh, well, we got to do this. We got to go back and get some ammo. Like, nah, we got ammo right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Take note, y'all, because that's very important.
For real.
But yeah. So it's 13 tracks with features from Dom, J305, Troy. Am I saying that right? Troy Noka?
Troy Noka. My homie T Wiz. Shout out to bro.
Rob Stone, G Perico, and of course Manny Cooley.
Yeah.
Was there anybody that didn't make the tape in time?
Honestly, my nigga CV, me and Casey had made a record. But yeah, it wasn't in time. So we didn't get time to mix it or nothing. And I didn't want to rush it because I know all the other ones, like I said, I took my time on.
Yeah.
So I was just like, bro, we just gonna figure it out for sure.
Talk about it being West Coast. That would, like, you know.
You feel me? Yeah, I really, and I'm selective. I'm not, you know, I fuck with everybody's shit, but I fuck with people that I truly got a relationship with too, on like a real homie, like, you know, even before we even do music, I got to smoke with you, know you solid, like, know everything straight. You know, some people, you just come in the studio, you know, you don't really know their energy. Niggas just hop on the song, and then you see the niggas got beef 3 weeks later. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, you don't want to do that, you know? Like, I ain't got beef with, I would even get on a track with nobody I feel like I might have smoke with. You know what I'm saying? Like, even along the line in the future, and none of that, you know? Because
it aligns you with it, and then, it
just look tacky, you know what I'm saying? People don't be understanding that. Rappers, like, why, you know, you talking shit about a nigga that you approved at a point in time. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you hopped on the song with a nigga, then y'all actually liked each other, or, you know, you approve at least the nigga was decent enough to do the record. You know what I'm saying? So, I ain't
you think you like real longevity when it comes to it,
You feel me? Because they look at that shit, man, when we dead and gone, we only here for a split second of life. When they dead and gone, you know what I'm saying? They gonna go back like, let me check what this nigga resume was. Bro only had official niggas on the resume. Okay, bet. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I look at it like, you know.
That leads us right into our next question. Throughout the tape, you're describing how you're paving the way. Like, it's kind of like, I feel like you're describing the part of the story where you're already confident in the foundation that you've set, and now you're kind of like enjoying the fruits of your labor with your homies who are like the features and who you carry yourself around. Was that the purpose of the tape?
Yeah, and it was more so too, like, I talk a lot about my pain and like my losses and shit, you know what I'm saying? More so it was just like, to be a winner, you got to go through these losses. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just want to be a winner, but I'm kind of telling them like, nah, like, you gotta go through them losses. Like, you can't skip these steps, because these steps is what's gonna teach you how to get to the next step. You know what I'm saying? Kobe, you know, he was a perfectionist because a nigga watched that tape every day. That's why he was one of the greatest to ever do this shit. You gotta go watch where you lost that and be like, all right, we lost because them niggas ran that pick and roll right there, Take them notes and know how to get better. And that's all I'm on, bro. I literally don't rush the process at all. Like, I won't put out music. You know, like, I don't always just push shit out. Like, I won't do that, and it's only for a reason, because I don't want people just to be like now that they heard this album, they ready to hear some more shit. When they just hear some shit and they like, it was cool. I'm not really like, so when they see your name again, they not like, oh shit, let me get this shit a run. You know what I'm saying? And understanding that, coming up in the game, we still coming up. Like we got a fan base, but it ain't like a solidified fan base where I could just like sit back and not do shit.
Yeah, they could still turn their back on you whenever.
Whenever. So at the end of the day, it's like we still building. I understand that people really want to see the process. They want to know what we going through. They want to know how to get through their day to day.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And their favorite artist is a nigga that they actually listening to at work. They might need that shit today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what's big on this tape. It's just me understanding, like, it's not just about the wins, it's about the losses too.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
How it makes you who you are.
Period. Builds character.
Yeah. And then you've been describing that throughout your music, so it's cool that like the fan base that has been following you gets to grow with you and everything. Yeah.
No, I'm a big person on just being authentic, like being real with the people, you know what I'm saying, being authentic, because honestly, like, that's the shit that they gonna feel. They gonna take that home with them, you know. Everybody can listen to a song and might like it and be like, oh, that's a catchy song, but it's certain people that really live and die by songs, you know what I'm saying, and that's one of them artists I want to be in this game.
Yeah. I'm glad that you've thought about that already, because there are people that it doesn't hit them until after, and then they're like, fuck, I still have to perform those songs.
Exactly.
Because that's what, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I didn't see so many people, they don't even want to they don't even like performing their old songs. So some of the shit like that was hot. They like all they new shit, people not even feeling like that. They like,
then that's what happens when you first come up and you're like a character. When you're yourself, you don't ever have to take off that mask, that persona, anything. And
I kind of feel like that's a big reason, like, even why I came up under the OPM camp, you know what I'm saying? Like, Dom is one of them artists that, like, you know, you could tell, bro, just being a regular nigga, LA hat, Stussy shirt, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Got the same style how he came in the game. Because, you know, he just being himself. He ain't had to switch up, put on 10 Cubans and do all this shit to impress nobody, because that's not even bro's style. And everybody still look at him on that level. Regardless if he had that shit on. So, you know, being around that for the last like 10 years damn near, you know what I'm saying? I soaked up a lot of that energy. And that's why I didn't put out a lot of shit too. I was just learning. I was in that learning stage, you know?
Yeah. Being around Dom and like everybody around OPM, does that make you feel like intimidated sometimes when you're in the studio or when you're gonna make a song? Like,
not really. I think honestly it kind of motivates you a little bit more, because you like more so just knowing like you come from an umbrella, like everybody that's making quality shit. You kind of want to fill those shoes. You know, you do want to fill those shoes, but you want to create your own like path with this shit. Like, I don't want to be like, bro, I didn't, you know, trust me, I done seen so many LA artists like try to be exactly like bro instead of just being like, you know, you could get influences, but I wanted to pave this shit in my own right. And I think, you know, when you intimidated, it just mean that like you not really confident in yourself. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, there ain't no artist that I stepped in the room with like that ever gave me that type of time. There's only been one nigga where I just been quiet around, and that's Nip. That's it.
Okay, yeah, but that's different though.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah,
that's the only nigga I just been quiet around. I'm just watching everything, bro.
Soaking everything in. Yeah.
And I was surprised as fuck when, you know, I was a young nigga and bro knew my name. So that's how I look at it. Was just like, damn, bro, know who I am. Like, I don't want to fuck that
You're
up.
Like, really gotta watch myself now. You're like,
exactly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's that type of energy when you're around, bro. Like, it was electric. Like, it's motivation just being around that shit, you know, like even how bro hop out the whip, how niggas pull up, like it's just a certain energy, like you know what I'm saying. And I think like we try to embody that, but you still got to do it your own way.
Exactly,
you know
exactly. Yeah, I'm glad, because that like I said, that says a lot about your character, that you're like, okay, it's motivation.
On God.
Yeah.
On God.
Yeah. From your project, do you have a favorite track?
Honestly, probably my favorite track. A lot of people have been asking me that. It's either probably gonna be, and I'll say this, it's probably gonna be like the more sentimental tracks. Like I love like Bet On Me, like the last track, because I'm just talking about so much personal shit, and I'm just like kind of even like in and out the album. Like I didn't want to end out the album like just, you know, talking about, you know, getting some head or some shit or none of that, or like going up or none of that. I wanted to talk about like, you know, me losing some family members, me, you know, going through real life stages, me getting through like, you know, the obstacles of just growing up in, you know, Los Angeles environment, you know what I'm saying? Because there's so many people that, you know, we glorify as rappers, we glorify all the shining shit, but we got to get back to even glorifying the struggles. Because I do this shit for the people. You know, I do this shit for the niggas that's going through the struggle, that's trying to get through this shit, the niggas in the trenches, you know what I'm saying? Them is the people that, you know, honestly influence the shit, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, the diamonds and gold influence the shit too, but, you know, we all came from that struggle.
Yeah.
We got to remember that shit. You know what I'm saying? We ain't all come from gold spoons and silver spoons. We came from nothing, you know, plastic spoons and shit. So, you know, that's one thing that, you know, whenever somebody asks me about my favorite song on the album, it's got to be something sentimental. Like,
Yeah, because you never want to forget where you came from either.
Exactly. Even like a record like Beach House, like I'm just talking about like what I want to do, like how I want, what the initial goal is for this shit. Like, you know, I don't get in this shit to be famous. I just want to wake up every day and love my life and do what the fuck I want to do.
That's my favorite track. I remind myself of that every day. Like, okay, I got to keep going so I could wake up and do whatever the fuck I want. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm just telling everybody in that song, like, it sounds good, but to get there, you got to put in that work. You know, and then when you put it in, you're going to feel much better. You know what I'm saying? Because you could really sit back and be like, look what I did. My family here, everybody here.
Yeah.
We good.
And I like that you talk about that it's not just, it's never just like, oh yeah, I won. You're always like me, my family, the team, all like top. We all winning, we all at the top, you know? And that's
winners.
Exactly. You know and I think that's what a lot of people forget a lot of the time.
Exactly. Nah, it's I'm never a me person. Like when we go out, I make sure all my dogs got a cup. You know what I'm saying? I make sure everybody's straight. You know what I'm saying? We walking in right. We making sure that everybody's straight. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one nigga to just think about myself, and I never been. You know what I'm saying? I got 3 brothers and 3 sisters. I'm the second to oldest, so I got so many, you know, younger siblings that look up to me and shit, and even just my big bro, you know, growing up with bro, like he was always had a job and shit, always hustling, so, you know, we had to think about the family, you know what I'm saying? We got to provide, you know?
Yeah, I'm the second oldest too, so I know. I got my siblings in here watching me run now.
Okay,
gotta inspire them, you know?
Right.
So it's a big responsibility, but...
Huge, because you just want to do, you know, you want to basically, you know, just set a right example. You know, you don't want to be out here looking foolish. You know, your older, you know, your younger sibling like my older.
My sister. Exactly.
Like, what the fuck going on? You know? No.
So you said when you graduated high school, there were questions of like, what are you gonna do? Blah blah blah. So you always knew music, like
all the time.
Yeah, you knew.
It was either that or. It was either music or the brand. Like, I got my brand, Roll With The Winners.
Oh, that's right. That's true.
You know, this the clothes right here. You know what I'm saying? Little shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it was either that, because I always was a fly kid. Like, my whole life in school, I was always the kid at school with the new shoes, with the new shit. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, like, all I cared about was that. That's what I went to school for.
Oh, okay.
I went to school just to show off my fit.
You were like that meme with the fit next to you.
Hey, what? The first day of school, we had the fit set out for the whole week. For the whole week.
Oh
we
my
had the fit set out for the whole week. Different shoes, different pants, different tees. The whole week we bleeding. We got a whole. Look, I was serious on this. Yeah. Serious. Like, we gonna go out there. Man, it was a real thing for me. Like, like I swear to God, like, ask my mom, like, man, I was on Fairfax buying tees my whole life, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Skinny jeans. Before even niggas was wearing skinny jeans, we was the first young niggas in the city, like 2007. We was in middle school wearing skinnies, wearing Diamond and Hundreds and Supreme and shit, skating and going up to the Grove, and you know what I'm saying? That's how a lot of the shit birthed from, you know, from just that type of energy. You know? Yeah.
And all that, like being fly and being the first to do shit like that carries throughout your music.
Oh,
like in your cover art, the way you deliver.
Every time. But that's why I feel like even in the city, like I'm already separated just like by that. I take that shit serious. I see some people could just shoot a cover doing anything. Yeah. I'm not about that. Like, this shit gotta be right. It gotta be like a mood set. We gotta understand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because I take it like this, like, they shouldn't be able to tell the year on your covers. They shouldn't be able to be like, oh, that was like in the 2010 era. Every cover that I got, you don't even know. You like, that shit look timeless. You know, like, you don't even know when that shit came out.
Yeah. I mean, unless they're like a fan of you and they know.
Like, you know, but majority of the people that's
mm-hmm.
looking, like, you know, even a lot of the covers from back then, like some of the classic covers and shit, like, they still look like relevant to this day. You know what I'm saying? Like certain artists, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to be one of those artists in a sense, like just timeless energy, you know?
Yeah. That's dope.
For real.
Well, I hope to continue watching you.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Do that because it's gonna be crazy. Because of what you're delivering now, I'm just only imagining like as the years come, it's like, what else are you gonna be doing?
Oh God,
you know.
Oh God. And we doing this we not signed. We never signed no deals, no budgets, no PR. You know, thankful we got Irene here doing our interviews and showing us love. But we ain't never really even got that chance to like, you know, even like having that machine behind us.
Yeah. So imagine,
man, and that's what I'm saying. Like we doing 200K streams on Apple Music in a week on the album. You know what I'm saying? Like that's shit that they gotta notice. You know, the people's actually tapping in, listening. It ain't just something like, oh, like the nigga got a feature from Nah. Like they gotta listen to the whole project. In order to like fully fuck with it. They might just listen to that one song, but you could tell like most of the fans, they like, man, nah, I listen to the whole shit.
The whole
like,
thing.
The whole shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So. The good thing is that, well, like your music, once you play the first song, it's like, okay, like it flows so well that if you don't listen to the next song, you better be busy as fuck or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I like that you said that too. I like that you said that because that's literally how I made it. I didn't put out this album till I felt like myself personally, like I could roll around, smoke, and just chill to my own shit. Like I didn't want to put out the album till I felt like I was at that point with it. And then when I got to that point, I'm like, bro, like, I don't want to stop listening to my own shit. Exactly. Like this, I want to listen to this shit again. Hold on, play that shit again. And when you get to that point with your music to where you ask plenty of artists, they don't always like even want to listen to their own shit. I'm one of them niggas that do though. I don't like to listen to a lot of other people's shit because I want to even listen to my shit to even get better. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I take a lot of that shit serious. Like for real. And
also there are people out there that if they listen too much to other artists, they slowly start to like mimic.
And you could hear it. You could sound like in melodies. Like my nigga sounding just like bro. Like hold on.
It's like cool.
Or they'll choose the same type of beat or you know what I'm saying? Like bro.
Niko G4 type beat.
Exactly. No God. We get into that level too. I've been seeing it on YouTube, G4 type beat and shit. I'm like, okay. It better be some fly shit though. Don't be just making no bullshit.
Have you ever used one of those?
Nah, I never have. I'm so big on having a connection with the producer.
Okay, that's good.
I care about like every producer I work with. Like I'm so big on like, man, we got to communicate. We got to communicate, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like, what's going on? Like, cause honestly, like, they are like, you know, they the keys to the car. You know what I'm saying? Producer give you the keys to the car. It's just how you drive the motherfucker. You could drive, you could crash the shit, whatever you want to do. But if you drive the motherfucker, you get off, y'all gonna go to the top with this shit. You know what I'm saying? But it starts with the beat, and I give all my credit to all my producers on the shit. Shout out my nigga Doc Uno. Shout out 98. Shout out John G. Shout out my nigga Troy Noka. If I'm missing you, I'm sorry. But shout out to everybody, man. For real.
Are you hands-on like with the production? Like, are you there telling them I like this or remove that, or how are you like?
Shout out to my nigga Give too. Yeah, I'm real hands-on. Like with my nigga Give, he from Dallas. I have him pull up on me. I might hear a skeleton. And with the skeletons, that's when he know to go make the rest of the beat.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm hearing that. I fuck with that. It don't take much for you to hear something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
especially it's usually, if you know what you usually hop on and stuff, you're just like, all right.
Exactly. And it's usually that loop that like, you know, it's like, or like, you know, a couple sounds that like start the beat off. You might have a drum in there, but it don't even be like the full entire beat, and I can already hear what I want to hear, and I'll be like, all right, add this in or take this out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes producers don't even know that when they do too much on the beat, it takes up space for the rapper to rap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like even just having a simpler beat, your flow pattern can just flow a lot more smoother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm big on that. Like I care about the producer-artist relationship. You know what I'm saying? I think it's important to have that because honestly, like I said, it's a duo. You know, it's a duo. It's not just my song, it's their song too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And we did this shit together. They got my name on it at the end of the day, but I give a big utmost respect to producers, you know what I'm saying? And I want them to shine too, you know?
Yeah. Is there anybody producer-wise from the city that you haven't been able to work with yet?
From the city? I mean, shit. They not from the city, but they just, you already know who they are. Mike and Keys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they from San Diego, but they've been my brothers for years, man. I've been itching to work with them. I mean, honestly, you already know who bro is, Hit Boy.
Yeah.
You know, we've been talking, you know what I'm saying? So them is I got a couple people.
Is that an exclusive?
Honestly, it's an exclusive club, like, you know, and we getting into that. My nigga Hit is just like, look, let me tell you. one of the only niggas I really got the utmost respect for in the game. Like, bro's a legend. Like, I call him that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro's the GOAT, not even a legend. Like, niggas just, you know, if bro ain't on your top 5 producers, I don't know what the fuck you doing. You know what I'm saying? But bro's a genius. He can make anything. And he's literally the best producer from the city, in my opinion. You know, I fuck with Mustard, too. Mustard up there. I want to make some shit with Mustard eventually. That's one of the big bros. But it's a couple, you know, it's a couple young niggas too in the city that's really doing their thing. I be paying attention to, but it's more so like I care about people that can make all type of shit. I don't want to just hear just LA shit all the time. Like I want to hear all type of shit, even just some classy shit that I'm not even expecting to hear. You know, like it got the LA feel, but it ain't under that umbrella, like, you know, that come from our era, like LA shit. You know, like I want to hear like classic shit. You know, so that's how I feel. You know?
Yeah. So. You're saying more classic shit is on the way.
Oh yeah. Come on, play me a classic.
He said shit. I couldn't ask this earlier, but like I'm asking.
Oh no, we got hella shit coming. Trust me, we got hella shit coming. There's a lot of shit that I even put out that's like literally already done. You know what I'm saying? Like even me and Dom got already like a couple records that's just fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like we was in the studio playing that shit the other day. Like this motherfucker is hard. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got so much shit lined up, and I got a couple more artists that I'm planning to work with and shit like that. Yeah, so, yeah, it's gonna be right.
Is you gonna have any upcoming shows?
Oh hell yeah! Honestly, we were just talking about that. I want to headline some shit. We really trying to figure out, like, you know, all these venues been booked up and shit. So a lot of people just been you know, kind of just, you know, waiting to like hear back from certain people, but nah, we about to bulldoze through all that shit. We gonna get some shit cracking. Yeah. I'm trying to do it in December. Okay. Like December or like top of January. Yeah. I think that would be perfect. Honestly.
You gonna kick off the year right.
Oh man, all the way right. You know what I'm saying? Or give y'all a little Christmas gift a little early. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One or the other. You know what I'm saying?
Is there anything else you want to touch on before we get out of here?
Shit, go get that winner's tape, man. That Roll with the Winners collection dropping real soon too, man. Yeah, fly shit. We out here, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Irene for having me. It's Roll with the Winners, you know what I'm saying? Winners tape out right now, NikoG4.com, RWTWS.com, at Niko G4 on anything, on any platform. Type it in right now. You dig? That's Niko G4 too, not Nico. A lot of people be fucking that up. You feel me? Get it right, baby. You dig? Winners.
Oh my God. Make sure to follow him on all social media platforms. I'll have all the links below. Thank you for pulling up. I know you be busy.
Hey, I'm never too busy for Irene. Don't let her tell y'all that. You know what I'm saying? Real city shit. We tapped in.
Thank you for pulling up. We out.
Yeah.